Today we're going to draw a repeating pattern, so let's dive right into it. First, click on this plus icon to create a square canvas. So we're going to click on this 12 by 12 inch canvas. In case if you don't have this already, you can click on this tiny plus icon on the top right and then choose the size. I'll change it to inches and then 12 by 12 inches and then tap over here. The color palette will be linked in the description, so we're choosing these 4 colors over here. And for today's video, we're going to make a very easy pattern, which will be a diamond shaped. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to choose pure black and fill the canvas in. Then click on this arrow over here, choose and make sure it's on uniform, and click on rotate 45 and then fit to canvas. So basically it creates this diamond shape on your canvas over here. And next step is to reduce the opacity. In order to do that, press on these 2 squares on the top right, click on N, and then reduce the opacity to, let's see, 30%. Okay, so now we're going to start making the pattern. We're going to go back onto those 2 squares, press the plus sign to create another layer, and then now we're going to choose this orange color, and for the brush we're going to go to the brushes section over here, and then we go to design and then plenty. We're going to create random circles now. For the size, we're going to keep it at 15%, and we are going to draw it within this diamond shape that we have. So create the circle, hold your pen in. You can create different sizes, some bigger, some smaller. If in case it changes to ellipse, tap there and then change it to a circle. And then keep going. I'm going to create about 4 maybe different sizes again. And there you go, change it to a circle. And then one more like this, and then you can tap with the other finger to convert it into a perfect shape, change it to a circle. And then we're gonna fill all these in with the same color. Okay, now I see the threshold is not right, so we're gonna do that again. Let's see, zoom that in, fill in with the color, drag until, keep dragging until you see that there is no line. There you go. So that looks good. Now you're gonna do the same thing, so just fill up the other 3 other circles in. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to press the plus icon to create another layer, and we're going to clip this to the previous layer. So click on layer 3, click on clipping mask, and then tap on layer 2, tap once and click alpha lock. So this makes sure that whatever we do, it doesn't go outside. So that's one way to do it, or we can just simply clipping mask, which we did already. And for the color, we're gonna choose red, and size I'm going to increase it to 25%. I'm gonna start with this one. I'm going to give this a little shade on the side like this. Do the same thing for this one. You can create it as random as you want. There's no rule book. Just enjoy the process. You can make it thin, you can make it thicker, you can even make it different shapes. You don't have to do the shapes like this. Even if you want to add more, go ahead and add more to these. So this is done. We're gonna let's merge these together because we're done with these. Then press the plus icon again. Now we choose this green color. Using the same brush again, let's reduce the size to 18, and we're going to draw leaves. It's okay if you are overlapping those because we're going to move the layer behind later on. You can make some leaves bigger, and versus the other one smaller. Then reduce the size to 6%. Let's draw a few more. Make sure these shapes are closed, because if they are not, it will be harder for us to color them. You can choose your own color palette. You don't have to choose the same colors as I am using. Just fill up the spaces, and then now let's start coloring those in. So make sure we're on the same layer. We are going to drag and drop. Threshold is good. Let's click on continue filling, and now we're going to just tap those places where we have to fill up the green color, and let's just make it a bit more beautiful at the edges. Again, there's no rule book. You can make it bigger, smaller, pointy, rounded, as you like. Okay. And then we are going to do the same thing. Press the plus icon, click on it once, create a clipping mask. And now we're going to choose this light green color over here. And we'll do the same thing, create shadows however you like. We're keeping the same size for now just to create the lines. So like these two. Rotate the canvas if you have to. Keep it a little, give it a little wave kind of thing, just to depict that flow. Okay, there you go. We're gonna shade the other half with that color. So what we're gonna do is we increase the size to 16, and then let's just fill it in. So this is the beauty of working in Procreate. I am on these layers where there's orange and red, but it's not affecting those layers. And clipping mask is useful to work on that particular layer. The color is not going out. I don't have to worry about that. Again, there's no rule book. You can change anything you like. You can change the colors, you can change the brush. Procreate recently has updated the brush library, so the brushes are really cool, the ones that we have now. So experiment with different colors as well and share whatever you draw. And that looks good. Now we're going to move this layer. First we're going to merge these two together, so pinch those two together, and then hold it in and then put it behind orange. Actually, I liked it above. Let's keep it on top. And I'm just gonna rub this away. I don't like this, otherwise we'll keep the other one. So we're still on that layer, and then you press on this icon, which is the eraser, hold it to change it to the current brush, and then you can just erase it like this. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think I like it like this. And then we're going to add little circles. So press on the plus icon again, tap on the red color, still the same brush, and let's reduce the size to 12% and just random circles on random locations. Let's change the color to orange. And then dark green. We're going to use all the colors. This should create that beautiful pattern. And then the light green. Really love the color palette that we are using right now. Okay, and now we're going to merge all these together. There you go. And we're gonna add a layer by pressing the plus sign, then move the layer beneath, and we're going to give it a very light, bright yellow shade like this. And then we're going to get rid of the diamond layer. So in order to do that, click on it once, swipe to the left and click delete. So now our layer is ready. Now we're going to make copies of this. So we're going to group it first. That's our group 1. And we're going to make 4 copies. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to hide the all ones that were in all those, and then we're going to work on this one. Tap on the arrow over here, and our main goal is to move the layer on the top left. So you swipe up until you get this line, yellow line. Let's see. Make sure magnetics and snapping is on. So scroll up until you see the yellow line. There you go. And then to the left. There you go. So when you see those 2 lines, that means it's centered. And do the same thing for the second one. Now you can hide this layer. We're working on the second. Just make sure we don't make any errors. So halfway, and then like this. There you go. So 2 down, and then we're gonna work on this one. Third one, scroll down to the right. There you go. And now we're working on this one, going down and then to the left. So we have all these in. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the yellow color that we have in all of these groups. So we go here, swipe, delete. Okay, and then we go in this group, swipe, delete. Third group, swipe, delete. Do the same thing for this one, swipe, delete. Now we do have this layer as well, but it is connected to yellow, so we're going to swipe and delete the yellow. So here is your entire pattern. We can give it a color. We can go to the background section, and then we can, let's see, give it really like yellow. Let's keep it at yellow or orange shade. No, this color looks good. Okay, and now I'll show you how to create the pattern. So this is our pattern is basically ready. We are going to merge all these together, and that's your tile. And we're going to duplicate 4 times. Okay, and then we are on the first layer. Tap it once. We're going to squish it. Now we're going to do the same thing as we did on the previous one. We're going to hide the last 3. We are working on this one. Tap on the arrow. Pick the blue thing at the top right, and then drag and drop to the lower corner. Now on the second one, there you go, and then we're gonna drag and drop. Now you see it's a seamless pattern. There you don't see any line or anything in between. Do the same thing for the third one, arrow, and then we drag and drop. And then on a fourth one, arrow, and then drag and drop. So that's the pattern that we have. This is pretty much it, but if you want to make it further smaller, again, you can do the same thing, merge it all together, create 4 copies, unhide the other ones, click on arrow, and then go one by one on each layer to make a perfect seamless pattern. That is very easy to make, and it takes about 5 to 10 minutes. You can sell it, you can print it for yourself and do so much more with it, and you can get as creative as you like. You can even change the background color. Suppose if you see it now and you're like, oh no, I really don't like the color, you can go back to the layer section, go to the background color, and then if you like, you can change it to a more greener tone like this. So many different possibilities. If you want me to make another seamless pattern video, please let me know and I will be more than happy to do that. Thank you.